Welcome back to the channel, Rich family. So today we're crafting the perfect pure sharpshooter, a shooting guard build that it's all about precision, scoring, and sneaky defense. So if you've ever wanted a build that lights it up from anywhere on the court while still holding it down on the defensive end, especially when it comes towards that strength, this is going to be the one for you. So stick around for the full breakdown and let's go ahead and get started. But before we move any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, I gotta say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. Comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I will definitely be sure to get back to you with a response. So let's get started with the foundation of this build. This is actually the 85th that we've created together on this channel. Now this one will be coming out of the shooting guard position. With that height, we're gonna go with 6'6", 235 when it comes towards our weight, with a 6'10 wingspan. So this build balance setup really gives you an elite shooting capability but also some solid strength. So the defensive versatility is really something that you want to pay attention to, and it's going to be able to handle multiple roles when it comes towards that defensive side. So let's check out the physicals that make this build a true two-way threat. So when it comes towards the speed today, I'm going to go with an 85, and that's really going to allow for quick off-ball movement. Now really when it comes towards this build and the agility, this is going to go hand in hand, so let's go with a 77, and that really does help with that lateral movement. Now getting into that strength, I'm going to go all the way up to an 84, and as you can see, this really adds the toughness to this build, making it hard to push around in that defensive side. And then for this vertical today, let's go all the way up to a 72, so strong enough to, you know, be a defender and also be an interior presence. Now the next area that we will be diving into is going to be the finishing. So for that close shot, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 84, and this is great for scoring near that post. Now for that driving layup, let's go up to an 80, and this unlocks the most consistent layup packages in the game. Now as far as for that driving dunk, let's go all the way up to an 80, and this actually gives access to some pretty solid dunk animations. So when it comes towards the standing dunk, this is going to allow you to get some of the upgraded dunk packages for this area. Now we're going to leave the post control as is, but when it comes towards the rest of the build, I'm telling you, this is really just the start. So when it comes towards being a pure sharpshooter, that mid-range shot, let's go all the way up to a 93, so that's going to unlock some of the best badges for this shooting end. So now for this three-point shot, let's go all the way up to an 89, and easily one of the best in the game for perimeter shooting. Now for this free throw, let's go up to a 70, and this will allow you to be reliable at that line for close games. So combine these stats with the best jump shots and bases with the releases, and you'll nearly be unstoppable from out deep. So getting into the playmaking, you'll really be able to be one of the most versatile builds when it comes towards this, and the playmaking on this build is really sneaky good and giving you plenty of versatility. So for that pass accuracy, let's go up to a 75. Now this gives you some really quick outlet passes and threading passes when it comes towards transition. Now for this ball handle, let's go up to an 81. That's going to unlock some of the best pro dribble animations with the speed with ball, going all the way up to a 75, making this build effective in transition and isolation. So, and even if you want to take this build into the ones, I think this build is perfect to create your own shot. So from here, we're going to go ahead and move on to that defensive side. So for the interior defense, let's leave this at a 59. For that perimeter end, we're going to go up to a 74, and this is going to allow you to stay in front of those ball handlers. Now for a steal, let's go up to an 86, and this is going to allow you to really, you know, once you use those cap breakers, you're going to be able to get gold glove, and that's going to be the main reason why I put it up to an 86. But easily elite for forcing turnovers and disrupting those passing lanes. Now when it comes towards the block today, let's go up to a 60, and I think this is going to be perfect to move to the rest of this build. As far as when it comes towards these badges, as you can see, when it comes towards the Hall of Fame, we get two key ones. So strong handle, that's perfect for protecting the ball and also when you're driving and dribbling, especially when it comes towards this one right here, set shot specialist, making you one of the most lethal spot ups in the game. Now as we get into the gold badges, we get about 5, but the ones that really catch my eye are going to be shifty shooter. We also get interceptor, deadeye, aerial wizard for that finishing with slippery off ball, making it one of the best all around builds for shooting. So I can say for these badges, I'm pretty happy. Let me know what you think about it down below. Now as you can see, when you get into these silver badges, we do get a total of 13, so I'm going to go through all of them. We get brick wall, you're also getting break starter for that playmaking, off ball pass with float game. Now from there, I do like dimer, we get immovable enforcer, paint prodigy, physical finisher, making this elite for that finishing side. Now we also do get lightning launch, handles for days, glove, and also limitless range, especially if you use any one of those tier 2 or tier 1 badge upgrades. That's going to be great on this build. Now we also do get unpluckable. So let me know, as far as for this build, what are you most excited about, making it one of the best all around? I would say Catfish builds because of the strength. Now, once we get into these bronze badges, we get Posterizer, you also get Pick Dodger, On-Ball Menace with Challenger, and also Ankle Assassin with LAYUP Mixmaster. Now, if you were to make any types of changes and adjustments, feel free to let me know. But the next area that we do have to dive into is going to be these takeovers. So I would have to say the primary takeover that I would pick is going to be the one that does get you Deep Bomber takeover ability. That really allows you to dominate from deep range, and also when it comes towards pairing this up with Spot Up Shooter, you know, you cannot go wrong with some of these badges. So as you can see, we get Bucket, we're also getting Feathery Touch, Fluid Shooter, Make It Rain, Offensive Artist, Sniper, The Claw, Spot Up Shooter, Smooth Operator, MIDI Maestro, Great Wall, Finesse, and Clinic. Now look, you really have to pay attention to these takeover abilities. So we get Silky Shooter right here, you're also getting Lethal Layup, Blockade. From there, you know, it really comes down to your preference. My one that I would have to say is going to be the best to pick is either going to be Sniper or the Claw, getting a plus 15 put towards your steals. So it's all going to come down to your personal preference. I would say for that defensive end, I would personally pick the Claw, but for this build, man, if you want to shoot from deep, feel free to pick this one right here, Sniper, with takeover ability being Deep Bomber. So now this next area that we're diving into is going to be these cap breakers. So if you want to adjust the build, feel free to do so to, you know, work around your cap breakers maybe a little bit differently from what I'm showing y'all today, but I would really recommend putting that first set of 5 cap breakers put towards the steel. That's going to allow us to get Gold Glove, and that's one of the main reasons why I would say it's going to be the most important area to start out with. So remember, as of season 3, we can potentially get, you know, 2 extra cap breakers unlocked, but if you have the second set of 5 cap breakers, you can even throw it towards that pass accuracy, maybe even the ball handle to get some of these upgraded badges. Now also when it comes towards that driving dunk, we can potentially even throw it more towards this area, or even that driving layup to get Layup Mixmaster on the silver tier. So it's all going to come down to your preference. Even when it comes towards some of these takeovers, you can potentially unlock some of these. So I just want to try to lead you in the right direction. You know, let me know what you thought about today's build, if there's any types of changes and adjustments that you would make. Now I want to say thank you so much for those of y'all who made it to the very end. So let's go ahead and get to the big reveal. So this build is going to be called the Pure Sharpshooter, and really its playstyle and stats draw some really nice comparisons to Eddie Jones, Kadavius Cadell Pope, and also Donovan Mitchell. So I would say this is the strongest shooting build that you can make this year. Now being all around, you know, it's not tough to do this year, especially if you know what you are doing, and that's what I got to go ahead and bring to y'all. So once again, I just want to say thank y'all so much for the support, and more so than anything, our Lord and Savior above Jesus Christ, for another day and another opportunity. God bless every single one of you. I got another video dropping for you just like this tomorrow, so let me know what type of builds that you have found in NBA 2K25 and what you thought about this one today. So before we get out of here, if it was your first time coming bro, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.